A warm welcome to you this beautiful morning on Voice of the People TV Sports Republic show. It is a show that says it all and definitely provides solution. In other words, all they need to do is to listen to us, but not, and work towards it. When you listen, you work towards it to achieve a goal, but not the Ronaldo style. Anyways, back to talking ways. My name is Kizzy K. On the show, we will equally be connected live to Eindhoven, the Netherlands. Henry, our correspondent, is on the sideline, so we can tackle the talks on the show together. But I'm happy to be back on your TV screen to say good morning. It depends on where you're watching from, though. But quickly, let's let you know that there's a one out now. AFCON 2025 draw. So the World Cup has been a big talk. We are still waiting to know if we'll make it to the World Cup. It looks very dicey. It's looking very slim. The chances are just so small. But then, while the World Cup is still ongoing at that point, like they are waiting for the Super Eagles, we talk about the AFCON, where the Super Eagles of Nigeria are among the top teams on the upcoming African Cup of Nations draw, which will take place in Johannesburg, South Africa. The team will be divided into groups based on their FIFA ranking, with the highest ranked teams, including the likes of Nigeria, Morocco, Senegal, and other, in the top spots. Now, the draw will create groups for our teams. Now, the draw will also create groups for teams coming up with the top two teams from each group qualifying for the tournament. The qualifying matches will be played over several months, and the finals will now be scheduled to be held in December 2025 and also January 2026. According to Confederation of African Football, CAF, the highest ranked nation, according to the latest FIFA ranking released 20 June 2024, would occupy the pot one. The other countries in pot one are Morocco, we have Senegal, Algeria, Tunisia, Cote d'Ivoire, that is Ivorians, Egypt, Ghana, Mali, South Africa, Cameroon, and Democratic Republic of Congo. Now, the concluded draw of the qualifier will be made up of 12 groups of 4 teams. Group A to L, where where the first and runners-up in 11 groups, will just evolve around the tournament, and that will gain the qualification in Morocco, the host. Now, away from that one, let's talk about this one, very special. There has been a special advice to the Nigerian Football Federation, and it's coming from a man I respect so well. His name is Kadiri Ikana. He's a good man on the game. He knows it very well. Nigerian Football Federation, NFF, has been advised by Kadiri Ikana to hire a foreign coach for the Super Eagles, whose primary responsibilities must be qualifying for major championships and developing Nigerian football. Ikana, a former Nigerian international and one-time Super Falcons head coach, said in an exclusive interview that we should contrast a foreign coach who is hungry for success and with total commitment for developing Nigerian football. Ikana also, is a very strong advocate for indigenous coaches, reiterated that the recent issues in the Super Eagles regarding coaching, the top coaching job, has forced him to join the call for hiring of sound foreign coach for Nigerian national team. He said 2 national football teams, the Super Eagles and the Super Falcons. We already have Randall Waldrum. The one we have, what are we doing with him? I don't want to talk about Randall Waldrum, so it doesn't feel like we're changing the story. But then Randall Waldrum has been owed money by the NFF, and we're still clamoring for a foreign manager. Now, according to Kadiri Ikana, honestly, he said, let me quote him. He said, I think we need a good foreign coach who will not qualify our 2 senior national teams for major competitions alone, but also be very good in developing coaches and evolving style of play for Nigeria, or reverting to our old style of wing play and power football. Now, he may not necessarily be a big name, he said, in football. He said he may not necessarily be a big name in football coaching business, but must be one of the strong men. He must be strong. He must be with, very strong desire for success and also for growth for the game in Nigeria coaches. He said, we've had coaches in the past who won laurels for the national team for international level. And he said the names like Clement Henrik Westerhoff, Otto Gloria, Father Tico, all these guys were not so very popular until they came to Nigeria and won laurels. This they did because they wanted to succeed, and their hard work definitely paid off. We still have some coaches in Europe. NFF should scout them and contract them to revive our ailing football. Young intellectual coaches, sound local coaches should be appointed to work under them, possibly understudy the foreign coaches who will also reside in Nigeria. The foreign coach also should be assigned to develop the national team like the under-23 and home-based players. He said, I believe the Super Eagles will fly again if we can get the right coach at the right time. I'm talking about the one-time CAF Coach of the Year stated. You need to know him. He won bronze as the head coach of the Super Falcons back in 2008, and also that's for Equatorial Guinea. And also he has called at least 3 years contract for the new expatriate coach with an option of renewal based on performance. Now, it sounds like one of the greatest advice I've ever heard all my life from the NFF. Sincerely, I must tell you. Let me say this. Kadiri Kana is an advocate for local managers. Now, he's come to join the list of people vying for a foreign coach. I have a question to ask now. We want a foreign coach. We are not talking about if the money is there or not. It feels like the body looks unserious because if you want a foreign coach, when Jose Pesaro left the job, that was when I felt a foreign coach should have come in. Now we are glamoring for us. Now, okay, he's saying, the sport minister said we should get a coach, top-class coach. Which top-class coach are you thinking about at this point in time? Which man is ripe enough, is good enough to manage the Super Eagles is a very big question. But let's keep that aside at one place. You want us to get in a manager that might be unknown, but he should know the game very well. You know, when I think about it, I know there are a lot of foreign managers, but my point is, it means that we cannot do the job. So we are done. No local manager in Nigeria can help the Super Eagles survive or bring the solution to the problem we have now. Because as it stands now, everybody is now saying foreign coach. We want a foreign coach. The question is which of the foreign coaches is available. They can be available, but which one will suit Nigeria? Now, Kadiri Kana has come to say, we don't necessarily need to make him a big name. Like, it mustn't necessarily be a big name in quotes. He should be a man that knows the job and can put things around. Now, when you hear him talk, you would understand that this one doesn't sound like it's a World Cup coach. It sounds like it's a process. He said, when you get this man, make sure we have to let him know option of renewal will be based on performance. That is one. Secondly, 3 years or possibly 4 years would do. We gave our own very much coach, local manager, Finidi George, a 1 year. Have you seen how? So I would not love anyone to tell me that we have a local manager that can give us the job. So everybody's now glamoring for a forward manager. Let's wait to know what the NFF will do. But quickly, let's go with the next one now. Super Eagles' new coach, NFF told to put aside selfish agenda. Now, amid the current vacant Super Eagles coaching job, Nigerian Sport Minister John Aino recently tasked the Nigerian Football Federation, NFF, to look for a top-class foreign coach to manage the national team. Now, it's not just a mere foreign coach. Not because you just get white tape, say before. No. Foreign coach that's a world top class. That's the word of the sport minister. Aino also charged the NFF to get a first-class coach with a track record and pedigree who will earn the respect of the Super Eagles player and coach the 3-time African champion. See, okay, let me not be sounding with my head now. Let me be sounding with what they are saying. Let me say that again. Aino has charged the NFF to get a first-class coach with a track record and pedigree that he must be big, who will earn respect of the. So our players indirectly look, they disrespect managers, or they would disrespect the local manager. Because if the sport minister is coming out to say, yes, all we need now is our local, it's a forward manager, then it's that big. So we are not looking at so let's get it right. There's a sport minister, there's the NFF, then you have the coach, you have the players. Now that's the ranking I'm just giving out. The sport minister oversees everything sports, which football is inside. Now, if him is glamoring and coming to say, so we have the money now. We want the first-class coach. You know what the first-class coach? Coach get level. First-class, see, we all were in the school, for those who were in the school, I'm just saying. We know the first-class, second-class, upper. It's a grade. Now, he's saying we want the top ones. His comments came after Nigerian Football House has said that they will appoint a foreign coach or foreign technical advisor for the Super Eagles following the team's poor result in last month's 26 FIFA World Cup qualifiers against South Africa and Benin Republic, respectively. Now, moving on. However, John Aino said the new coach must have a personality that can command the respect of the Super Eagles players and ensure the team qualify for the 26th World Cup final. So I don't know where we're even coming from. These things is even a host said, here go the scatter if they talk this thing. He said, it has to be a name that will inspire the spirit of our nation. Is this a contrary one to Ikana? Ikana is saying we should get a manager. It mustn't be big name in quotes, but the sport minister is saying he must have a first-class record with a track record, a pedigree that will earn the respect from our players. So it means if you go bring coach, we're not going to respect him. So this thing it can be looked from every aspect. According to the report, NFF is expected to appoint a new coach before the Super Eagles' next competitive game in September. Nigeria will then take on a yet to be decided opponent in the 25 Africa Cup of Nations. Now, the story is different. The draw for the qualifiers will be held in Johannesburg, and that's for today. South Africa later this month. So where do we pick from now? I love to ask this question, and you keep me wondering, and I'm asking, who is the right man for the job? One man, well-respected, one-time CAF best coach. His name is Kader Ikana. He was the manager of Sharks of Port Harcourt back in the day before there was a merge. They have to emerge, the Rivers United and Sharks coming together to be one. Now he's come to say that the kind of manager we need in our team mustn't be a big name, but is a manager. So I think I'm liking his own talk in the sense that this manager you have to bring, a foreign manager in quotes, don't get me wrong, he must be a foreign manager, but he must know the job well. Then while he's on the job, we will have to have other managers who are also, football intellect involved in his job, understanding his process and what he's doing. And then we should have a style of play, because at this point in time, if you ask me a question about the Brazil football style, what did they play? I will tell you Jogo Bonito. It's a style. We know the style. There's a pressure from behind, there's a gang. There's a lot of styles in football. Which one do you want to play from the back is a style. Dominating the game like a Pep Guardiola want to do when they lose the ball. Do you watch Spain? Like a Luis De La Fuente in the Euros, when the Spanish national team lose the ball, please watch them. It's a style. Do we have that? Nigeria is always playing Super Eagles. We're always playing. We're not even talking about pigeon. They play like say we don't make them. We don't play like say everything they say we want to go get everything we want to go connect. Because it's that funny. We might be losing 1-0 to a team, and then in the course of losing, we are just playing like, please let's connect live with our guest. It's just on the sideline. Henry from Eindhoven, Netherlands, so we can talk about this because it's worrisome. I don't know, every time we talk about this, we keep talking, that's what we do, that's what the media will definitely do. It will not be on us to go and meet the NFF and say, His Excellency Mr. Guzzo, please take this one off. No, you need to start to make it right from the top. Now, I love to even say this. I just think, I might be sounding a little bit nasty, but then I feel like the sport minister is doing enough, he's doing too much. Sorry to say, but that's what I feel. My opinion, though, the sport minister, for me, should take a chill pill. He should hold on. If the sport minister continues this way, let me tell you, it's clear. It means that the NFF don't even know what to do. Because it's a job you've given to me. I'm paid for this job. It's on me. You trusted me before you got me in this space. I'm not talking about the regional thing that is being done in the NFF way. But then, how can we not get a good manager? And I'm also feeling that this foreign manager and coach that wants to come should think twice, because you're coming to a place that they will have to pressure you. Nigeria is my home, no doubt. But then our yardstick still remains, we want to be at the World Cup. So it means we need a foreign manager that has magic. There's no two ways around it. Not a draw will do. You need to win all your games. Nigeria Super Eagles need to win all of their games to get out there. Else, we will not be part of the World Cup coming up for 2026. But yes, Henry is just behind us saying, so we talk about this together. We start with that very one. Maybe he might be going contrary to me. He might be supporting he might be supporting John Eno. But John Eno is wanting it big. If he wants it big, that means he gave money there somewhere. They should tell us. If the money is there, let's know. Henry, good morning. I don't want to get upset. Good morning.
Good morning, Kizzy. Good morning, Nigerians.
Right.
Kizzy, just calm down. You take a chill pill too.
No, now they go first calm down. They don't do words. They won't even talk about, because I feel like every day we try to mice those things, try to keep words in behind, but they are not doing it right. Let's be sincere. At this point in time, this is July. We still don't have a foreign manager. We'll play against South Africa come September. What is the plans ahead of time?
The problem is that there is no plan. There is no plan. Based on what I can see so far, there's no plan. We're still arguing, do we want a foreign manager or do we want a local manager? How are we supposed to make progress in this situation? And to be honest, Kizzy,
right.
I checked the NFF budget for 2024. They are giving a whooping sum of 14.5 billion.
Right.
So it's not like the money is not there. The money is there. Now it's left for the people at the realm of affairs to put things in order. That's why I told you that we need a manager who will not just come there to put the players in their place, but a manager who will come there to put the NFF in their place as well. A manager who the NFF would respect. Because right now what we see is we see NFF hiring managers based on how they feel. But that's not how you do a job. Remember, I told you last time that the people running NFF they don't have anything to do with football. And Kizzy, when I think about the situation, sometimes it just gets me upset. For a country with so much talent, there's so much talent full everywhere, talent boku, but we don't know how to use it properly. Anyway,
it's a problem. It's a problem, right?
It's a big problem.
So where do we start from?
Problem.
Okay, I know of a song of blessed memory. Samuel Post said, "Which way Nigeria? Which way now? What's the way forward?" See, everyone is saying foreign manager. So Henry, I want you to agree with me. Samuel Post, pardon. In as much as I know that you are in the Netherlands, but you're in Nigeria, you're still eligible to do the Netherlands thing. I know. But quickly, let's talk about this. Foreign manager. Does it mean that we are done with the local, that we don't have anybody, there's no messiah from the local scene. So are we done on that part now? Is the foreign manager the way forward?
Easy. Let me put you in the spotlight. Who, if you were to appoint a local manager, who would you appoint that the players would respect?
What do you mean the player will respect? If you want to talk to me straight. Tell me these players lack respect. Because let me say this now. The national team of the Germans have Thomas Müller. They have Toni Kroos. These both guys have seen it all in the German national team. Nagelsmann is he's not more than 35. They give him all of the respect. So does it mean, because you said it now, John Eno has said it, so it means that our players are too big.
I be the thing now. They feel like they're too big to play for Nigeria.
You see, Harry, do you know most of these players? Let me even think. Is there this set of players? None of them have been at the World Cup. Do you know? Asad Musa.
I know.
This set of boys now, this set, none of them knows what the World Cup looks like. So why are they not giving? Why? See, okay. My point is the problem the NFF? Is the problem the coach issue? Is the problem the players? Because if you still bring the top class, whatever coach, you bring Guardiola, and these players are not giving their all, then what happens?
Now, to me, the problem is not, you cannot put the problem solely on the NFF's table, yeah?
Right.
I think the problem is in the entire organization of the Nigerian football system. And I think that needs to be rectified right from the top, right from the NFF, down to the players, down to the staffs, in fact. Because, Kizzy, remember, I like to make comparison with the English football, right? So remember that for 30 years, Liverpool had not won anything. And they've had great managers. And then Jurgen Klopp comes in and he sets a standard. There's a culture, there's everything in there. And you see players performing. He will go and buy players of 15, 20, 30 million, and he will turn them into superstars. Yeah? Now, I feel like we need a manager who would have that amount of power to change the structure of the Nigerian football system. And I feel like until that happens, until we are able to change that entire structure right from the NFF, that the NFF will do what they are supposed to do and stop meddling with the coaches. Give the coaches the power to decide who they call up to the Nigerian team. Who starts in the lineup. Not because I know this person, then he will come in. You you choose players solely on performance. Yeah. Until that happens, we will be stuck here for a long time. And like this World Cup, like the 2026 World Cup that's coming up, if care is not taken, Nigeria will not qualify.
There's no hope on that part.
Like I said last time, the chances are very slim.
Okay. All right. The chances are very slim. But quickly, let's give you this update coming up just immediately. Manchester United finally have extended the contract of Erik ten Hag, the Dutchman. You can speak a Dutch language for me, Henry. So he's going to be staying with the club till June. That's for till 2026. And that's when his contract will definitely get expired. We're in 2024. So a contract extended for Ten Hag. It means he knows everything would be so at stake. He needs to put things right. Possibly get to work again over what he's trying to lay our foundation, because I know the Dutch people like a process, and that's what he's doing. But his statement also reads and says a lot, and the rest of us saying he knows everything is on about the club, but he needs to give them all of the best, because he understands that the club major focus is about the European trophies and also winning the Premier League. And he has promised that yes, for the fact that the club side have the power and also give me this trust to stay with the club, definitely he will have to bring something good for the club. Henry, how good is this good news?
Is it, you know that I support Erik ten Hag right from the onset. Even when people were calling for his sack, I came on the show and I said that I want ten Hag to stay. So I'm very pleased that Manchester United has extended his contract until 2026.
Right.
So now that the table is set, there is no fear of him getting sacked or anything, because like I said last time, Manchester United cannot afford to lose Erik ten Hag right at this moment, both financially and otherwise. They cannot afford to lose him. So it's a good development, I would say, because now that issue is sorted about, where they want Poch, Klopp is free, Zidane is free, this one, that one. Now that issue is sorted. We have to have till 2026. Whatever the players want to do, they will know that we are working with this manager until his contract runs out in 2026 or he resigns. Okay,
let me ask you this one quickly. Now, the set of guys you have on the club, the likes of Marcus Rashford, the rest of the players, it will be good news for some set of boys. Why we know why some believe in. But Jadon Sancho, generally, for Sancho, first of all, what is the fate of Sancho back in the club? That's one. And secondly, the team right now, how would you see? How would they see this? I could call it a return, because everybody felt like Ten Hag will leave the club. But personally, like you said, I really know it will be very difficult. But is it money? See, let me not confuse you with the question. The first one, what's the fate of Sancho in Club United? That's one. Secondly, Ten Hag stay back with the club. Is it to continue the process? What will be his relationship with, also talk about Sir Jim Ratcliffe and Ashworth and the news and the rest of the body of the game? Will he get that support that he would really need? And also the players, how good is this for them?
About Jadon Sancho, yeah?
Right.
I think Sancho will go.
Will go?
Yeah, I think so. Now, I love Sancho. When he signed the contract to become a Man United player, I was one of those people who was really happy. Yeah? But the thing is that we cannot accept the behavior that Sancho has displayed in the past season. In any institution, you cannot accept such behavior. Either he comes out to apologize, and at this moment, I feel like even the apology is no longer enough.
Okay, so quickly,
even if he comes out to apologize, I feel like he'll be gone. Now, on your second question about how good this is for the players, I feel like, this is based on what Ralf Rangnick has already said.
Yeah.
The club needs an open heart surgery, and that's what Ineos is bringing to the table right now.
But do you know that Sir Jim Ratcliffe, for me, the way he has been sounding from the very onset, he sounds like he's not really cool with Ten Hag. Do you know that?
Yeah, Kizzy, he's not going to come up publicly to say that he doesn't want Ten Hag. Look, you asked if it's a financial decision. It could be a financial decision.
Okay, because why I say that? Because we already have reports emanating the likes of Victor Lindelof, Harry Maguire, Casemiro, Christian Eriksen, Anthony, Jadon Sancho, Mason Greenwood, all on the verge of leaving the club, and they believe this could raise a combined £200 million. Your club need money.
We need money, to be honest. We don't want Old Trafford to be the new Niagara Falls again. This season that is coming. So apart from that, look, even before the end of last season, I knew that some of these players we mentioned will be leaving. The likes of Casemiro, he has to go. He doesn't have the legs anymore. Anthony has not really performed up to the expectation because I watched him in Ajax. I watched him play for Ajax. Yeah, I know what Anthony can do. Now this is the same situation that we had when Memphis Depay came into Manchester United. In the Dutch league, he was superb. Then he went to Manchester United, flop. And right now, we'll consider Anthony to be a flop. So he needs to go. I think the likes of Scott McTominay needs to go as well. This is look.
Pointing him out.
Scott is a very good player. Scott is a very good player, no doubt. Because you see that for every manager that has come on since since Scott made his debut for Manchester United, Scott always plays. So he's a good squad player, but I feel it's time for him to go. It's going to be better for the team. We can replace the entire midfield. Now we have the likes of Kobe Mainoo coming up. We have the likes of Garnacho, Mason Greenwood. Personally, I would not sell Mason Greenwood. That's one that I will keep.
Okay.
No matter the criticism, I will keep Mason Greenwood.
Okay, so everybody loves the Mason Greenwood, but quickly, Henry, let's talk about the one that's been trending. Back to our nation, Nigeria, away from Ten Hag's story. That's breaking. We already know Man United have extended this contract till valid till 2026. And quickly, let's talk about the Olise story. Former Super Eagles coach Tony Olise has responded to John Obi Mikel's criticism of his coaching skill, calling the former Chelsea midfielder a kid who needs help. I think the kid needs help, according to Olise. And he said, to be honest, there is something I've not really shown much. I won the best coach for the first period of the Jubilee League, which is the Dutch league. That was not voted by the press. That was not voted by the players. That was not voted by the press. That was not voted by the players and the coaches of the league. He said, I'm also the only and first colored man from sub-Saharan Africa to ever win this title with a club like Fortuna Düsseldorf, who had a very average players who were able to qualify from the second division, from last position to the first division, where they are still now. Now, he went as far as saying, I don't need to justify myself because I want to show out there. I don't need to justify myself being a good coach or anything to the kid, the KID. I call him a kid because my son is 27 years old. Please, Henry, it's on you. I've talked about it yesterday, but I want to hear from you. This Sunday, Olise and Mikel Obi, who will you fault on this sad story? Who is at fault? Who has done wrong? Because it's a shame that we're seeing legends. Both guys are legends. We know, we can say that. But Olise, we know his story. But Mikel Obi, at some point, led the Super Eagles to some successful time, and also was the skipper of the club at some point. Now, Olise, like we love to call in Nigeria, is a senior man, we know. But on this part, who would you say is faulty on this?
Easy. To be honest, I don't support any of them. I think both of them should just speak. They are grown men, for crying out loud. They don't need to come out and air their dirty laundry for all of us to see. If they're having a rift, both of them should sit down and find an amicable solution. Yeah. Now, for Sunday Olise calling Mikel Obi a kid, I do not think that's proper. Like I already said, I don't think he meant it in that way. But when the more you read the comments, the more you see that he actually called him a kid.
Right.
And he's just, Olise is I think 46, right? And Mikel is 39. Yeah, I think so. Now, the age difference is about, I think, between 9 to 11 years, right, which is not that much for you to call someone a kid. We have the German team, like you rightly said, yeah? Julius Nagelsmann is 36. Toni Kroos is 34. But Toni Kroos listens to instructions from the likes of Nagelsmann. And you don't hear him saying that this guy's my age mate, I won't listen to him. So we need to be able to at least they need to be able to award themselves that respect that Nigerians have given them, because we've placed these guys on such high pedestals because of what they've won. We saw the likes of Olise winning the Champions League with Ajax, and Mikel did the same with Chelsea, you know. So these guys, they have achieved in their personal
Olise wasn't in the squad that won the Champions League. It was Finidi and Kanu, you know. But
in '94.
95 Ajax.
Oh, the '95 Ajax.
Yeah. So Olise won. Yeah, we know his story. He did well at Dortmund, but some people say it was a flop. Some say we know his story in the Dutch side. I mean, you can attest to that. But then let's not even go in terms of achievements, because if you want to go there, Mikel is far more. You know, let's not. Mikel won a lot. You know, talking about the Chelsea player. But quickly now, why do we do this? We are still on the verge of talking about Finidi and Osimhen, and this one is coming up again, and then we need to go to the World Cup. Don't you think these are all distractions? From where to where? Where's it coming from?
That was my initial thought, Kizzy. This is a time when we need to rally around the players. We need to rally around our Nigerian boys, and help them understand the importance of qualifying for this World Cup, because after this World Cup, the next World Cup will be in 2030.
Right. Which most of them will not be able to go.
Exactly. These guys have been there. They know what it is to play for Nigeria. Now this is time to put all of those things aside, man, and speak to these boys. It's your time. Look, the legendary status that we award these guys, we call them all legends because of what they've done to Nigeria. This is your time to help these boys shine and become legends just like you. And we see that our legends, they are not really doing it. They are not really doing it nice, Kizzy. I don't see a Dutch squad going for a tournament, and then you hear the likes of Arjen Robben or Wesley Sneijder coming out over differences they had at camp during their time of playing, because that will just divide. It will just divide the entire nation. You see people saying, "Oh, this one is right, this one," and then we forget to focus on what the issue.
Exactly my point. Okay, let's leave that aside because of time. Let's run quickly. My mission is in Rivers United. Finidi George. Finally now, my mission in Rivers United has come to say he has a lot to offer. But quickly, let's talk about Finidi Henry. Finidi George. Is this our recuperation period? We know him. I think he knows the MPFL very well, no doubt. Let me say it now, because he won the league, so I cannot. That cannot be taken off. But Finidi back to Rivers United. Where is this headed to? I mean, where is it taking Finidi to? What's next for Finidi? We already know he's on the job now. But then, how good is this move? He's back home, actually.
Yeah, Kizzy, for Finidi, I think this is a good comeback, and it's a quick comeback, which I like. And now it's left for Finidi to silence the haters. All those people who said that he cannot do the job at the Super Eagles, it's time for him to show them that even with or without the Super Eagles, that Nigerian football is still top class. It's if he can go on to win it again, Kizzy, it will be a remarkable story, you know. So Finidi is someone I like so much, and I feel like NFF was a little unfair to him.
Right. On what part?
In the whole drama, to be honest.
Okay, the contract. I mean, you feel like he didn't get enough support.
How can you give a guy 1 year contract and you say you're supporting you're supporting local coaches? How is that support? Then that means his job is always on the line. If you didn't intend to give him a good contract, why give him a contract at all? That's my question. If we knew from the onset that we wanted a foreign manager, why did we put Finidi in that position? Because he's waiting Finidi do, not be waiting interim manager they do.
Right.
Even self, I don't see interim manager will last past Finidi. So if you didn't intend to give him the job, just let him go with Pesero at the same time, or you make him an interim manager while you look for your main manager. Not all this drama that's just clouding the entire squad.
Okay, so let's wait. Let's go on. We have another one team build up. Wild Drum Laser Shola Azizat and 15 order for 2024 Olympics. Head coach Ronaldo Wild Drum has picked captain Rashida Lachiba, the goalkeeper Chiamaka Nadoze, defender Osinachi Ohale, forward Azizat Oshola, and all on the team. Oshola and you can say 14 other players in the final of the list of players that made it in that very one for the Women's Olympic Football Tournament in France, and that's for 2024. There are also defenders Oluwatosi Demenahin, Michela Lozie, midfielder Deborah Abiodu, Halima Tuayinde, Christy Uchebi, and Tony Payne. Forward Esther Kurunko, Chiwendu Ihezu, and then Uche Nakano, all in the list. Squad members who are currently on holidays in Nigeria will join home-based players and team officials abroad on, with a flight, moving to France from Abuja to Sevilla. Then also Thursday night with the rest of the squad of Spain, they were playing, just like they're coming together. Now, that's the list you have there. The team is scheduled to depart Sevilla for France on Thursday, 18 July. 9-time African champions Nigeria, who are making their first appearance at the Women's Olympic Football Tournament for the first time since 2008 in China, will tackle Brazil, Spain, and Japan. In other words, this one will be very tough. Now, Henry, these ladies, now we have a team. You can say we have a team. We saw what happened at the last time the major tournament came out. But these ladies at this Olympic, what are you expecting? Brazil, Spain, and Japan are in the top 10 of women's football. And we're not ranked anywhere close. But we have the African record. Do we stand a chance to come out from this group?
Like you said, we have a chance. We are not just going there as a nobody. We are going there as a top-ranked team in Africa. We are going there to represent not just Nigeria. We're going there to represent African women football. So I am expecting a great deal from our female football team, and I always watch them. I always cheer them on. Even when I'm working and these ladies are playing, I put on their match on my phone to watch, because they entertain me more than the guys' football do.
Oh! You can say that.
That's saying something about our men's football. That's really saying something about our men's football, that the ladies' football is more entertaining to watch than the guys' football. So to me, I think Randy Waldron is doing an excellent job with the female team. And don't be surprised, actually, that we'll go out of this group and we might even get to semi-finals.
Okay, so you can say that. I don't doubt the ladies. Anything is possible with Randy Waldron. But quickly, let's jump to this one now. Super Falcons to face Canada in a friendly. The Super Falcons of Nigerian women, about the national team, will face Canada in a friendly match on July 17 in Sevilla, Spain. This match is part of the preparation for the Paris Olympic, where they will making their return after 16 years absence. Coach Ronaldo Waldron has announced the team roster for the Olympics. Now, Henry, let's talk about this. These ladies are playing against Canada. Canada also one of the best teams in female football. It's the preparation for the tournament. Good one?
Very good one. Have you watched the Canadian women team?
Why not? I know them well. They play well.
Oh boy, those ladies are good.
They play like men, actually, right?
Good. So it's a good game for preparation, and Kizzy, I actually think our women will give Canada a run for their money. That's what I think. So for preparation, it's not just for preparation, also it's for fitness. To get our ladies up to the fitness they need to play their first match against Brazil. Then we have Spain 3 days later, and we have Japan also 3 days later. So we need our ladies to be as fit as possible, and I know that the Canadian ladies will not disappoint. Okay, so
quickly, let's talk about these. I'll hold you on that. Let's go on a quick break. When we return, the show continues. We'll talk about the Euro 2024. I have Henry on the sideline. Toni Kroos brought stability to the German midfield, and that from Leroy Sané. Stay with us. We'll be back shortly. Welcome back from that quick break. This is Voice of the People TV. This is a Sports Public show that comes your way every weekday, Monday to Friday, 11 a.m. Nigerian time. Let's talk about the Euros. Big one. Come up tomorrow. It comes up tomorrow. You already know what time it is. When you talk about the Euro, it's so big and you don't want to miss. It's been amazing. I mean, trust me, with you on the outside, also I'm really having fun with that. Well, quickly, let's talk about the Toni Kroos story. Bayern Munich winger Leroy Sané believes Bayern Madrid star Toni Kroos has brought stability to the German midfield at the ongoing Euro 2024, and he said he's been doing well. Sané stated this ahead of the game, ahead of the quarterfinal clash against Spain on Friday. In a chat with sport journalists, Sané noted that Toni Kroos' experience will come handy against Spain. Everybody knows the quality that Toni Kroos has, even before this very tournament. Before, we weren't always stable enough. That was a great weakness of ours. He has taken away this weakness with a calm he has in the midfield. Now you can see that things are going on smoothly. We are happy that you have returned to the team and making us proud. That's Sané saying that to Toni Kroos. He went as far as saying, I think these are the two teams that play the best football. This will be an exciting game for everyone in the world. Everyone is looking forward to it. And about Lamine Yamal and Nico Williams, they are two very strong players and dribbles a lot. Being able to play soccer like this at 16 is very quite impressive. I play in the same position. I really want, the duel to arrive. So it's a good support. He said, I can say that it's still unclear if I will start on Friday. Nagelsmann have been tweaking his team. Now he said, it was a good week of training for me. I was very happy with my start. It was good for me to play longer. It doesn't matter if you are our favorite or not. The pressure is the same. You know what task you have now. I'm starting as Jamal Musiala. Now I'm starting as also Flavovic. They are two strong teams, and also you can say a little. However, there are still other good teams in the tournament, so you shouldn't hang it too high. So Leroy Sané, what's the fate? Spain, Germany, who goes through?
That's a tough one.
He said he knows it's a very tough game. He could attest to that.
Yes. To me, Germany goes through.
Really?
I told you that Germany will win the tournament.
Yeah, you said so.
With my prediction.
Okay.
I stand with that prediction. I think Germany will go through. Spain plays very good football. They create lots of chances with Yamal and Nico Williams. But I think Germany, with the experience, will go through.
Okay, Spain. Okay, let's go back to Spain.
I think it's experience versus young strength. That's what I think is going to be.
Okay, quickly wrapping up the show. Let me take you to this one. Euro 2020. Spain not small. Inexperienced Lamar is saying Spain is not small. We are not inexperienced, and that's coming from Lamine Yamal. Barcelona wins. Lamine Yamal has insisted the Spanish national team should not be regarded as small and inexperienced at the ongoing Euro 2020. He stated this on the backdrop of a comment made by former Arsenal goalkeeper Jens Lehmann about the Spain current squad. Moving on, ahead of Friday's Euro quarterfinal, Lehmann branded Spain small and has a youth team, better word. In response, Spain winger Lamine Yamal responded, it's his opinion. What is he going to tell you? He's a German trying to destabilize us a little. We do not listen to anyone. We will definitely demonstrate who we are. Is this Spain side the small boys? Because everyone is scared about Nico Williams and Lamine Yamal. He's 16, but that boy could bend person waist.
Look, Yamal is a good player.
Right.
And he's right. He is right to believe that, that they will show what they are made of. That's what we expect from the Spanish team tomorrow. But still, I think that they are still quite inexperienced.
Really? What do you?
I do think so.
Okay, let me leave it because it looks long. That word is big, oh. Don't say that. Those guys are first-team players in their club side. But let me leave you with that. We need to go, Henry. Back to the Netherlands game quickly. Let's just do a run-through. Just give me a prediction of all of these games while I say them to you. Germany, Spain.
1 Germany.
What?
2-1 Germany.
2-1. What about England against Switzerland, a structured team?
1-1 going to penalties.
Oh, okay. Sounds nice. Let's go with the next one. Turkey and the Netherlands, your people.
To win 3-1.
3-1.
Yeah.
Let me hold you with that. I think that's just what these ones are the games I want to know. Thank you so much, Henry, for staying with me. Thank you so much. We'll talk more.
Thank you.
All right, safe man.
All right.
Thank you so much. Okay, we need to go now. We're wrapping up the show quickly. You're still watching the Sports Republic show right here on VOP TV. We are Voice of the People Television. It's time for us to go. And then just keep it locked here. Don't go anywhere. Don't change it. Always it's Voice of the People TV. And then tomorrow will be another day, and that will be Friday. Guess what? We're coming to do sports in a local way, taking it back from the roots, from where I feel like it should start from. And that's the kind of African sport that I would say it should be exported. Yes, thank you so much. The media news coming up next, and that's for 12. But up until then, I will see you tomorrow. My name is Kizzy K. I remain the only football player without a jersey. Tomorrow, I'll see you.